Hi, this is Brandy Inocencio here, and we're on SFLAND.
And this is Steve Indig, also known as SF Steve here on SFLAND.
We're here to talk to you about some events that are going on in San Francisco from December 3rd to December 9th. I'm going to start you off with some free events. The Museum Days on every first Tuesday of the month at the De Young and the Legion of Honor. They're free admission to the general show. This doesn't include the special exhibitions, but still the general exhibitions are great. There's a lot of stuff going on. I was just at the De Young about 2 weeks ago, and they have a wonderful Mayan exhibition, and also the New Guinea exhibition was my favorite. I'd highly, highly recommend it. I have not been to the Legion of Honor yet, but it is on my to-do list, and a free day is always luring me in. And that is on the Tuesday on the 3rd. On Thursday the 6th, there is another free day, and it's Walt Disney's birthday. It's his annual free day at the museum, and so it's first come, first serve. I know that tickets will run out, but it's from 10 to 6, and so you have plenty of time to get there nice and early and check it out. There's a bunch of animation stuff there. I mean, it's Walt Disney.
That's the Walt Disney Family Museum in the Presidio, right?
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So those are some wonderful free events to start the week out, and
Great.
I guess to start and end.
All right. So I've got some concerts of some national acts that are touring to talk to you about. First is on Monday, December 3rd, these guys, Echo and the Bunnymen. They're a kind of a groundbreaking post-punk act that started in the in the early 80s. And they are touring for a recent album called The Stars, the Oceans, and the Moon, that they have kind of a precedent for this, that another classic album of theirs, Ocean Rain, they toured in recent history with a full symphony orchestra. Actually, they didn't do a huge tour. They did a handful of shows.
Wow.
So they have some additional instrumentation on this one. Another one of their songs that they're going to be revisiting is The Killing Moon, that became known to a newer generation from Donnie Darko, one of their classic, very eerie songs. So they're going to be adding what they're calling strings and things to a lot of their classic repertoire. So that is Echo and the Bunnymen at the Masonic on Monday, December 3rd. Another one I'll mention early in the week is the classic industrial act 9 Inch Nails is playing with the Jesus and Mary Chain at the Bill Graham Civic Auditorium. Now, a show that was initially announced completely sold out on Monday, December 3rd, and they had a show the next night. So there's still tickets available for 9 Inch Nails, Trent Reznor, and Jesus and Mary Chain on Tuesday, December 4th.
Nice. Yeah. I remember 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, they're still around.
They are. I know.
That's Oscar-winning artist, too. He just does a lot of soundtrack work.
Oh, really? Man, if they're not sold out, then I'm going to try to convince my roommate. And that sounds like a good time.
Cool.
Hell yeah. From concerts, I have one more art event for you. So kind of arty with the museums, but this one is a art and draw event. And it is at... the Knockout in the Mission. So I've never been to this bar, but like you said,
wonderful. Yeah, great rock and roll place.
No, exactly. And so they're having a drawing theme, and so you can go in and to compete, and everyone's drawing on the same theme, and you're going to turn it in at the end, and the prizes are for different raffles and different prizes, and the winner is getting their image uploaded onto the site, and they get to be renowned as a winner, which is pretty cool. I'm not exactly sure what's going to be drawn there, but it seems like it's pretty interesting.
The Knockout is definitely fun. As I said, kind of a rock and roll atmosphere, kind of in just a little bit beyond the heart of the Mission, just beyond Cesar Chavez. It's a great place.
Yeah, so fellow artists, come on, let's go draw some really cool stuff and have a couple of beers.
Cool. So I have one more concert of a touring act, and that is Little Steven and the Disciples of Soul, who are coming to the Fillmore. This is what Little Steven looked like in the early 80s. He was into that, always really been into that gypsy look. So Little Steven, also known as Steven Van Zandt, also known as Miami Steve, is known for a lot of things. He was a founding member and longtime member of Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band. They're really close. Their music is very intertwined. He also was actor on The Sopranos, very well known for that. But he has done so many things in music and off of music and entertainment. He's also an activist and a music historian and has his own radio show, Little Steven's Underground Garage, that he revisits the whole history of music, or rock music, basically. So his new recent album called Soulfire is definitely in his classic style. On the album and in the tour, he revisits songs that he has written or has had a connection to, but has never recorded before, including songs for his other New Jersey cohort, Southside Johnny. And he tours with kind of a classic soul review type of band with a complete horn section and backup singers, tons of energy. The show at the Fillmore is all Little Steven, no opening act. So either he's going to do an intermission or just like a long night of Little Steven. His tour is called the Soulfire Teach Rock Tour, and it partially will benefit initiative that helps bring music into schools. And on all the tour stops, he makes available a lot of free tickets to bring teachers in. So, hey, he's a great guy and wonderful music. So I'm definitely looking forward to Little Steven at the wonderful Fillmore Auditorium on Friday, December 7th.
Wow, Little Steven sounds like a jack of all trades, and he's just doing such good, bringing it to the schools, bringing the teachers in.
Totally.
Man, what a wonderful, wonderful man. Yeah, that seems like a super, super cool event to check out. It seems like there's going to be
He's
much
got a lot of
energy.
charisma and personality,
Yeah,
too.
it'd be amazing to watch that performance. I have one more event for you here on my end, and it is a drag show that is going to be in Union Square. It's SF Winter Walk right now. So between Ellis and Stockton, they have this faux green grass laid out, and they're doing events until the end of December. So you can check it out at winterwalksf.com to get the full details, but it's a Mean Girls themed drag show.
Fun.
And it's hosted by Queen Ty and friends. I mean, just to see their wonderful outfits against that bright green, it's going to be just a super great event right in the middle of Union Square. There's tons of stuff going on there right now. And like I said, if you check out that website, they have events going on almost every day until the end of the month.
At SF Winter Walk, right?
sfwinterwalk.com.
Cool. All right. My last item is a combination about animation and fantasy movies. So first there's a whole collection that's showing at the Roxy Theater in the Mission. They actually one is called Animation Celebration, and they've personally curated a bunch of animated work from the 30s, 40s, and 50s that'll be shorts all kind of thrown together. And that's really in a classic area of like Max Fleischer with Fritz the Cat and Betty Boop and early Looney Tunes. So we'll see what they find that they're pulling together. There's only 2 shows on December 8th and 11th. And everything's being shown on 16 millimeter, the old school. Also with limited showings is The Dark Crystal, and that is the classic fantasy movie from 1982 from the Muppet folks, Jim Henson, Frank Oz, but they definitely deterred from the Muppets to this very kind of fantasy world that's from creatures that don't exist from some other planet, and a plot that I can't describe, but I know the movie's a big cult favorite with fantasy fans. And it was billed at the time as the first live action film without any human beings on screen. So everything with all these creatures that was done with a combination of puppetry and animatronics, not a lot of like the computer effects that are known now. So that has limited showings on December 8th and 9th. They also have a brand new Japanese animated film called Mirai that's showing for a full week that starts on December 7th. So for all those details to get your times and everything, you should go to the Roxy website at roxy.com.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. And then also SF Indie Fest presents the 15th Another Hole in the Head Film Festival. That was my other part of the fantasy films. So Another Hole in the Head is broadly what they call the genre films. That's sci-fi, horror, fantasy. And the festival is actually is happening already, and it goes through December 12th at New People Cinema. And I'll just mention one suggestion that's in the week that we're covering, and that's on Friday, December 7th, a film called Industrial Accident, the story of Wax Trax Records. And that deals with the record label Wax Trax that was groundbreaking, and the 2 men that were behind that, and the acts that they had, including acts like Nine Inch Nails, who's coming to town, and Ministry, among many others. So find out about Another Hole in the Head for a lot of strange movies.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, so that's my list.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
I love watching anything
Cool.
on film, especially The Dark Crystal. It definitely is a cult movie. And,
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a good one. It's
Yeah.
creepy. It's you can like make a bunch of funny sayings, and everyone can't mimic it properly. But
All right,
I mean,
you've got a Dark Crystal fan here.
yeah, it's a good one. Definitely check it out.
Yeah.
But thank you guys. I mean, we have a lot of events for you. There's always something going on in San Francisco, and we're here to tell you about it.
All right, we'll see you next time here on SF Land.
Bye.